The timeline of humanity's imminent doom, Revelation explained. The signs are everywhere. As we race toward an uncertain future, it's becoming clear humanity's destiny is no longer in our hands. The four horsemen of Revelation are no longer distant myths. They're real, and they're among us. Let's break this down. The first horseman, AI Conquest. Revelation 6:2 talks about a rider on a white horse holding a bow. No arrows. Conquest without force. This is where we stand today, but the weapon isn't a sword, it's AI. Artificial intelligence is rapidly reshaping how we think, live, and even believe. AI isn't just automating tasks, it's creating entire realities. From China's social credit system to the European Union's digital ID, the infrastructure is being set for complete control. In 2024, AI passed the Turing test and now thinks like a human. But how much of what you think is your own thought? How much of your behavior is influenced by algorithms? AI is the new conqueror. It doesn't need guns or bombs. It controls the very thoughts and actions of entire populations. The second horseman, War Revelation 6:4 tells us of a fiery red horse, one that removes peace from the earth. War is no longer a distant possibility. It's a global reality. The world is in chaos. From the war in Ukraine to the tensions between Israel and Hamas, we're living in a time where conflict seems to be escalating daily. But it's not just regional wars. We're seeing the rise of superpower confrontations. Russia and Iran are forming alliances, and China is expanding its military presence in the Pacific, building a path that leads straight to the heart of Israel. Ezekiel 38:39 prophesied a Russian-Iranian alliance that would attack Israel, and we see these alliances happening in real time. The instability in the Middle East is part of a much larger and prophetic chess game. With the rise of nuclear threats, war could come in ways we can't predict, but are undeniably close. The third horseman, Famine, Revelation 6:6 speaks of famine so severe that it costs a day's wages just for a small measure of wheat. Inflation, food shortages, and resource wars are taking root around the world. Global food security is in crisis. The war in Ukraine, a major grain producer, has disrupted the world's supply chain, driving up food prices. Climate change is decimating crops worldwide, from droughts to floods, and millions are going hungry as a result. By 2030, nearly half of the world will face extreme water shortages, and yet powerful elites are buying up farmland. People like Bill Gates, who owns the most land in the US, controlling the very resources that we need to survive. This isn't just about a shortage of food, it's a control mechanism, a way to ensure that only the elites control what's on your plate. The fourth horseman, Death Revelation 6:8 warns of a pale horse, and its rider's name is Death. COVID-19 showed us the fragility of life, but the true plague is yet to come. The opioid crisis continues to claim lives by the thousands, and now we face the rise of new viruses and potential pandemics. Labs around the world, including in Wuhan, are experimenting with gain-of-function research, which could unleash even more deadly viruses into the world. With diseases, famine, and war spreading faster than ever, humanity is on the brink of a mass extinction event. But there's something more sinister at play. What's happening now is not by accident. The sixth seal, cosmic chaos, Revelation 6:12 tells us the sun will go dark and the moon will turn blood red. What we're witnessing now is a cosmic shift that signals the end of time. NASA has warned about increasing solar storms that could potentially cripple our satellite infrastructure, and while we aren't facing an asteroid impact yet, the 2029 close flyby of asteroid Apophis is a stark reminder that our planet is vulnerable. Blood moons, solar eclipses, earthquakes. These aren't random occurrences, they're signs of a shaking world that's on the verge of collapse. The mark of the beast, digital enslavement, Revelation 13:17, warns that no one can buy or sell without the mark. The cashless society isn't a distant dream, it's happening now. With the EU's digital ID law and central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, taking root, a digital grid is being built to control every aspect of your life. Imagine a world where your ability to purchase food, get medical care, or even travel depends on your social score. The digital surveillance state is not a future dystopia, it's arriving at your doorstep. Governments are pushing toward a digital world, where dissent could mean starvation, imprisonment, or worse. The mark of the beast is no longer symbolic, it's a clear, impending reality. What happens when the digital currency system is fully implemented, and you are forced to comply with every regulation to simply survive? What you can do. We are on the edge of something huge, but there is hope. Revelation 21. 4 promises that God will wipe away every tear from our eyes, and that no more will there be death or mourning. The road ahead is dark, but the light of God's promises remains. For those who are willing to stand firm, to resist the forces of this world, there is a call for action. The storm is coming, but the choice is yours. Will you kneel to the system or stand tall in your faith? Now is the time to prepare, to build faith, and to stand strong in your beliefs. The path to salvation isn't through compliance, it's through defiance of the world's control. If you're watching this, you're here for a reason. Don't wait for the world to dictate your future. Stand with us. Smash the like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss part 2, where we delve into the hidden identity of the Antichrist and how to recognize him before it's too late. Bytes News, where truth shatters the darkness.